from Charlotte, North Carolina, at a combined weight of over 660 pounds, Rody Rob, Adam Bomb, Bionic Brian, the Marked Out Wrestling Podcast.
Hello and welcome to another edition of the Marked Out Wrestling Podcast. My name is Adam Bomb. I am here to talk about the Super Tuesday that NXT just had. And before I cut to the chase, we're not going to talk about really anything except for that 60-minute Iron Man match. 60 man, that would be crazy.
Wow.
My co-host across the table from me is Rody Rob.
Hey, how are you doing? I'm happy to be here tonight on a Tuesday night, a very special Tuesday night. No, not a special Tuesday night, a Super Tuesday night. So
Hey,
yeah.
there I am.
Yeah.
I just suddenly appeared out of
Yeah,
nowhere.
I know. Sorry, my bad.
Also, we've got Haystacks Calhoun filling in for Brian tonight.
Yeah, bro.
I don't know if he'll be talking too much.
You know, we got a lot of decisions to make here with, our schedule and everything. And Brian's covering NXT with his boys on AEH.
You mean he's covering Dynamite?
Dynamite, sorry.
We're covering NXT.
Yeah, my bad.
This is Tuesday.
I'm informed. So he's covering Dynamite with his boys on AEH, and we're going to have these Super Tuesday shows. So it's going to kind of change our schedule up for a couple weeks, I think. You know?
The NBA playoffs, COVID, everything like that. Brian not being here in studio, we're spread a little thin.
Yeah, unless we really got to rethink it long term. If this Super Tuesday is just some kind of ploy, Adam, to slowly move NXT from Wednesdays to Tuesdays to relieve them of the ass whooping they begin in the ratings.
So before we talk about this match, that's where I wanted to go with this, Rob. It's kind of a catch-22 here. If you're available and free on a Tuesday night to watch wrestling and there's only one product, NXT, of course you're going to get the audience.
A la Monday.
You won't have to, you won't have to split it. Monday's getting $2 million on a bad night. So you won't have to split it with AEW like you do on Wednesdays. But the alternative is there too. That means AEW is the only option on Wednesdays now.
Yeah.
And right now, because both were on Wednesdays, that's a wrestling night in a household. That's a wrestling night for our podcast.
Oh, exactly right.
Now, if you have to choose and can't watch both nights because you have kids, you're not single, whatever, commitments, what do you choose?
That's a good point.
I would think a lot of people, because they're grown in their schedules, are set up for Wednesdays, that this is going to backfire in NXT.
That's a good. I didn't consider that point. I thought more or less that they would get the full audience, and so would Dynamite. But I didn't consider that. Yeah, we watch wrestling all the fucking time. I'm gonna pick a night because I want to play with my kids.
Also, if there's a Saturday pay-per-view or Sunday pay-per-view, and then you do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
It's a lot of wrestling, man.
I mean, we already don't do Friday SmackDown for a reason. It has no disrespect to any talent there, man. We're on a budget here.
Yeah, we do this for fun. We got lives.
Yeah.
So
real quick before we start the match, let me introduce the YouTube live chat board. I got Anaconda Vice there, Bang Bus, Stike Leather, Hall of Famer there, Clarity, Perfect 11, and Where's My Title?
Yeah, and if you're on YouTube Live, go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already done so, and hit that little bell so it tells you every time we're going to go live with new content. Also, if you're doing Twitch, follow, and if you're on the podcast after the fact, make sure you go ahead and subscribe, rate, and review on iTunes and Podbean and all those other places so you can stay involved with us. We appreciate you listening.
All right, so there was an extreme match with the forklift and all that, six-man tag, ended up Imperium, all that. That happened in the beginning.
Yeah.
Casey Catanzaro fought Candice. That also happened. Let's get to the nitty-gritty.
Do it.
You have arguably the Mount Rushmore of NXT in a fatal four-way 60-minute Iron Man match. This has the makings of a dream booking, as Rob told me off air before we went on, for a takeover. And we're getting it on a Tuesday.
With people.
Oh, yeah, with a crowd.
With a crowd as a main event at a takeover with one winner standing. This is money in your pocket.
With one winner standing. And I don't want to flash forward to the end yet, but these are the four most decorated guys. There were tons of times where I thought something was going to happen and something else happened. Rob, you even called at one point, you thought Gargano, after they were all tied at one, was going to get the 2 lead. It was...
They were setting it up there, and I'm not sure if I'm moving forward in your points here.
No, we're going to go all around. It's
All
one
right.
fucking match.
So we were setting it up there at the end where, Ciampa was in full control. Everyone else is nowhere to be found. And that is not a tell that he's going to win, as they would like you to believe. And I'm sure those who don't watch wrestling as much as us would believe that. But you knew that he was not going to win because he had control late.
Yes. And I told you my counterpoint is Ciampa. Not surprised. I thought he would be in the final two here, but I'm really not surprised he's not, because his story right now is he never lost that belt, and he can't seem to get it back.
It's a good story. Drives him a little bit more mad than he already was, right?
But again, we're gonna jump all around. But you're here, you probably know what happened. We're gonna get another week, another Tuesday, another match. But let's just run it down. At 34-minute mark, Finn pinned Cole. That was clean. Gargano stole a pin from Ciampa after Ciampa had Finn down. Gargano stole it. So Ciampa could be there, but it's not. But he's not.
But not.
But it's not. Cole pinned Gargano 3 minutes later. That was clean. Ciampa pinned Cole 22 minutes. Now we're all even at 1. Finn stole the pin from Ciampa as he was finishing off Gargano. So now Ciampa's lost 2 pins. And that was like 27 seconds left. And he got pinned there. So that was Ciampa's first time he was on the losing end of the decision.
Right.
And then we finished right at the buzzer. Cole pinned Finn as time expired, setting up the match next week. I hate to give Bob any credit from Memphis, but he said, the finish is going to be what matters here. We all knew these guys could do this match.
Yeah.
The finish is what mattered. I predicted overtime, and I think I would have been more satisfied with that, Rob. Make me wait a week?
Well, okay, first off, I want to address that point that Bob made, that we all knew these guys could do it, which we did, and I'm not arguing that point. But I think there is a difference in how we thought they would do it versus how they did. We talked about how, you were blown away. There was all just one pin to the end.
Yeah, under a minute,
right?
Everybody's tied at 1.
And these guys' style is, I'm not saying this is disrespect, but they're the no-sell kind of generation of wrestling. So you figure they're going to have a lot of reverse no-sell parties in the ring and just start swapping fucking pins left and right.
Yeah, I thought at one point there would just be trade, and it almost appeared that way because we had a pin at 27, 24, and 22-minute mark.
Right. So I think it's a good thing. I think that the fact that there was only 1 pin per towards the end diverted from what we might consider these guys to do in this match. And yeah, so it changed it up for me a little bit on what I expected, which is a good thing. As far as the outcome, and now we've got, the match next
Cole
week.
and Finn.
Obviously, it's good for ratings, right? It's good to say this happened, and now we got Finn and Cole built up with a short story into a major main event, on another Tuesday.
But it just seems like it's dragged out for a week.
It's only going to be 3 weeks old by the time they have this match.
But I'm saying this monster booking here, you promised us an ending. We don't have the ending. The ending's next week.
They never promised you an ending. They promised you a match with a certain with a certain stipulation. We got that. They said it was going to be to crown the title, the new champion. We got. It still is. So this is only a 3-week build, and again, if you wanted to get Adam Cole and Finn in a match together for a title, the only other option was the long game, right? The long game, you had to do a bunch of storylines where they finally intersect and then they separate and they come back together in the whole 9 yards. You're like, let's do it now. Let's get them out there. How do you do it in 3 weeks? You do it like this. Guy surrenders the title. Not saying that was planned. You put them in a big fucking market match, and then you have them decide the outcome later on. I'm with you that part of me wish I saw an outcome tonight and a new champion tonight, but I'm excited about a Finn Cole match.
Well, and what I'm saying is, imagine if, since this was a little edited, we all know that. Imagine if they say, Cole, your 3 count was after 0. Sorry, but we'll make you the contender for the next takeover.
That would be fine too.
And they build the program that way. That way,
I think that's
I know that it's a keep it simple, stupid moment. I think, Rob. That's my take on it.
No, I think the way they did it is simple. I think what you're doing is complicated.
No, one guy won.
No, you got
the
another
other guy still has claim.
Yeah, no, it's complicated, more complicated than just these two tied. They're going to fight again. And you're saying, well, no, this guy almost got the pin, but he didn't get the pin because the time came in. But they're going to give him an opportunity because he got closer to a pin than the other two in the match. The other two in the match got one pin also. So you're saying because he was closer at the end to getting a pin? I mean, those other guys got 2 counts too.
No, I'm saying that he's a heel. That could be his bitching moment of why he gets it back, and then you build between now and the next takeover him actually getting there.
I still think the fact that we had to discuss that topic, that point with each other for 3 minutes, and the other way was 10 seconds of they tied, they got to fight again, proves that mine is more simple. Is that for you? Is that because I was right? My words just crushed your soul?
No, it was just we're not getting anywhere. We might as well go to the board.
I thought we got to a perfect place, me being right.
Bang Bus, by the way, is retired. He's just Bus. He's a babyface now.
All right.
Oh, maybe he'll be nice.
Gas prices. Yeah.
Daniel Price, Impact is on Tuesday as well, and there's people that will watch it over NXT. Sounds crazy, but true. No, I don't doubt that. They've got a lot of new signees, making some waves and doing some stuff. I like the roster over there, but again, I have to choose certain nights.
I've been seeing some comments from fans, and again, nobody of notoriety. It's not like it's Dave Meltzer, but I've seen people on Twitter saying that Impact has not been good. And I have no point of reference. I have not been watching Impact.
Yeah, I don't know it before. I don't know it now.
So, but I have heard people say it is. I've seen more not goods than I have goods.
Yeah, Anaconda Vice says, Rob, you're so wrong. And he's laughing at you with a bunch of
emojis. Of course he would say that. He's a loser.
Daniel Price, that was an Indian Giver title match. We're going to give you a new champion, but not today. That was where, we're not doing awards tonight, but that's my petty.
Cry me a river.
I don't give a shit about the editing and the whatever. That's my pity.
Cry me a river.
And Perfect 11 says, I think the simpler the storytelling, the better. So he's with you.
Yes. Well, exactly. So now you just acknowledge that I was right, that mine is simpler.
No, I acknowledge that Anaconda Vice disagreed with you.
You walked yourself into making me right, and I just want to appreciate
by reading a quote on the board. Sure.
No, you agreed.
Yeah.
You did. Your tone said it.
So apparently, All Out's on Saturday, so that's a go-home show. So
yeah, so
we're going to cover maybe All Out for Patreon.
Yeah, I don't know if we'll do a go. We're not going to do a show tomorrow, I don't think.
No, we're not doing a show tomorrow.
Unless Brian convinces me to do one with him.
Convincing me to do one?
Convincing me. Commencement.
I don't think Brian wants you on that show.
He didn't want me on that wall. He needs me on that wall.
Anaconda Vice says, yeah, the editing's fine, but that's my petty as well. Very non-NXT like. So basically, Perfect 11 agrees with Rob tonight, and Anaconda Vice agrees with Adam. Everything is normal.
Well, Anaconda Vice, his opinion doesn't matter.
Ouch.
There was several moments of very clear editing. Like there was one spot where they were going for the power bomb superplex move. And where he's kind of going around right before he puts his face in his dick in his fucking dick spot, they fucking cut it so he's there, and you could tell they'd already moved past the moment. So anyway,
also I think there was one commercial where no time elapsed.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, oh yeah, sure, absolutely. Here's one thing that bothered me, everybody. This is what bothered me. So we talk about often the fact that WWE they don't follow their own rules sometimes. Triple threats, fatal four ways. You got 3 people. There's no way to be disqualified. Rope breaks don't matter, right? Rope breaks don't matter.
And I even praised them right before it happened.
Right, you mentioned it. And tonight, you had an opportunity and it was a perfect storytelling in the ring. Perfect storytelling in the ring. Ciampa falls with a non-contact knee injury, right? Playing off his old injury. And Finn puts him in the half crab, working that body part. And you've got Ciampa, somebody you never consider that would tap, reaching for the ropes, gets the ropes, the ref breaks the hold. Why did the ref break the hold? That, to me, was such a fucking miss. I think
the ref should have done, I can't do anything, sorry.
Yeah, and I think Ciampa should have, and that gives Ciampa an excuse. Fuck me, I couldn't break the hold. What do you want me to do? Of course I tapped. And then you could work the angle the same way at the end as you did and still have kind of a, whatever. But I just think that was a huge wow moment miss. To see Ciampa tap from a full half crab while Finn is grabbing the ropes and the ref's going, what? That's a talkable moment.
And I've always liked when the ref does that spot. He's like, what do you want me to do?
Yeah.
There's no rope break.
The fuck over.
Yeah. The board's all over the place. They're talking about Omega and Page imploding, and the cleaner, a.k.a. Omega's heel character, comes back, and FTR is winning the match. I think it's I mean, yeah, Kenny can go heel, but I think Page just drops the title to FTR and goes and drinks with him. I don't know. But then again, Hangman was left hanging, so to speak.
Yeah.
He bought beers for FTR, and they didn't show last week. So
he's a man without a country.
There's a lot of ways they could go with that.
Whiskey.
It's a very intriguing storyline, finally. I know they've been playing possum, so to speak, and just stalling out for a while with Omega and Page, but these guys have no business in the tag division.
No.
Not to segue away from NXT, but it was on the board. Rob.
Yeah.
Ciampa.
Yeah.
Gargano.
Uh-huh.
Where do they go from here? They're not going to fight each other again.
Man,
Gargano against Priest, Ciampa against Grimes.
This is one of those
what?
we talked about in the past. This is one of the moments in NXT where they are hyper focused on a certain division and they let the other two kind of hang back, and then they swap it. Next division comes up, they build it, and then the other two hang back. So on and so forth. This is one of those moments where I think with Keith Lee being gone, they've pushed the title picture kind of below the shelf, right? And I don't know if the women are what's highlighted right now. Are the women the highlight? No. Is tag team the highlight right now? Or North American?
No.
None of the belts are really being highlighted.
No.
You know why? That feels very Vince-esque.
Yeah.
Because you always had a strong competition-based rivalry when it came to one of the belts.
It doesn't happen often, but I hate when you're really right.
Yeah. I do. I didn't even.
I don't even have a comment against you. I'm sitting here going, God damn it.
That wasn't premeditated. I just kind of worked that out live here for all to see. My brain
and that's
work.
why I was like, damn you.
Yeah,
I don't have an argument against you because I think it's sound.
Fuck, man.
Head scratching, Anaconda says.
Says fuck his phone.
Yeah, because he can't type head scratching.
Oh, I get
it was head scratching.
Oh, he went German. Yeah. So, anywho.
He pulled a Russo.
What?
So my I'm still serious. Like where does everybody fall out from this? Even after Cole and Finn.
I don't really
does
care.
that mean the winner is obviously going after Ciampa?
Well, I guess kind of my point there was the men's division has been kind of undersold at that level. So there's really no obvious feuds for them to fall into. I mean, who was Ciampa messing with?
Cross.
But Cross is on the shelf.
So and he just came back. Ciampa,
Right.
I mean,
Who was Johnny messing with?
Keith.
Keith's gone.
Yeah.
So they're not going to tangle up together. We don't want to see that again, not for a while anyway. Johnny, honestly, he can take a little break. Look, Johnny's a great wrestler. He's a great talent. A lot of people out there love him. I get that. I'm over him a little bit.
He's the guy out of the four you could replace in this match if you wanted to.
And I even said it during the match. I'm like, there's only one person in this match that I do not want to win, and it's Gargano.
And then right after that, you said, which means he's probably going to win.
Which means he's probably going to win. So I don't know. And I kind of look at that too, even after the title match. I mean, then you're going to have either Finn or Adam Cole as champions, but there's really no heir apparent for the next run.
That's why I was like, is Ciampa just going to wait
for the whoever wins or who loses or whatever?
Yeah, is he going to run out and attack whoever wins right after they win?
Oh,
I mean,
let's not start doing the. Is there going to be shittery, or fuckery or whatever?
No. He waits till it'll end clean.
Yeah,
and then he's like, I'm next. And comes out and attacks.
Or, oh my God, I just thought about it.
What'd you think about?
They were pushing a Velveteen Adam Cole angle, which they only kind of got a part way through, and then they kind of had to cut it short because
Velveteen hasn't been on except those two appearances.
Yeah, well, again, whoever wins that fucking match next week, Velveteen comes out, and they might be trying to reset the storyline they wanted to push him to get the title. I mean,
Wouldn't be the first time they've gone back to something like they did with Gargano and Ciampa finally when they were both healthy again.
And they clearly don't give a fuck what we think.
Oh, yeah. Austin Theory's probably going to, challenge next.
Maybe, yeah. Fuck yeah. They're going to tag together. They're going to be called the Cosbys.
Yeah. Ooh. Do they wear sweaters?
Pudding.
Purple sweaters. On the board, Rob, I was interested until you said Dream. Thanks a lot.
I'm just going. We've all been fans watching long enough and analyzing wrestling enough and being the armchair quarterbacks that we are to Adam Schechter the fuck out of the storylines, right? We just fucking right out of them. So I mean, it seems like such an obvious, really kind of moment.
And a kind of ice. Whatever happened to Gargano and Ciampa on the main roster? Well, Ciampa got hurt right after they debuted, and they weren't going to keep Gargano up there by himself.
Look,
I think it was a blessing in disguise for both men.
Let's just be honest here, and I don't wish ill will on anyone, wink wink. But we don't want any of them going up to Raw until Hunter's got the reins, until Vince is dead and gone. And I'm sorry,
no pun intended.
Yeah. I think Ciampa on the main roster under a Hunter. Not only a Hunter, controlled brand, but also a Hunter controlled look, right? I think Ciampa has limitless potential in that setting on a.
Speaking of limitless, so does Keith Lee.
So Keith Lee, right? There are people like
Drew,
those two that I think.
There's so many on that roster.
I don't know if Drew could ever be what I think I'm envisioning in my head, but a darker Monday Night Raw, more serious, competition driven, with good storylines like NXT once was. With a Ciampa and a main TV audience, yeah, I think that could be huge. But again, it's got to be Vince has. If Vince goes away and that happens,
what happens if it's Shane?
Then AEW, watch your ass.
I mean, I know that there was lots of reports supported that Shane no longer had anything ownership stake in the company throughout his whole last run prior to the Raw Underground, where he was just considered talent. But now with Raw Underground, and they're calling it now Shane McMahon's Underground, is there any chance Vince goes, yeah, Hunter, you can still be CEO. I'm going to vault my son over you? Because as somebody who grew up in that situation, my dad jumped the vice president to president of my family's company.
You're missing a name in the conversation, which fundamentally changes the entire conversation. Stephanie. If anybody's getting control.
I'm not missing it. Yeah, I know what Stephanie.
If anybody's getting control of the company when Vince is gone, I guarantee it's going to be Stephanie. And if it's Stephanie, then Hunter's just got to be like, babe, come on. Eating that pussy every night. Come on. Fucking come on. It's mine.
Kevin Dunn presents Beavers on Banjos on a pole match. That's what Daniel Price says.
Oh, God, the Kevin Dunn Wrestling Network.
So, I mean, and that is always the balance here when it's entertainment and wrestling. You got to find that balance. You have to entertain us. You have to give us the stories. You have to follow through. This is a ratings grab to stall it out to next week. Is it worth it? Maybe.
Yes.
I think if Impact is on Tuesday and AEW's on Wednesday and nothing's on Thursday and you're already on Monday and Friday, what do you expect from your fans at this point? And then you put a pay-per-view on Saturday and Sunday. I can't give you 5 days a week.
Can't do it.
Can't do it.
Can't do it.
I read a ton of different comic books, but I never just read one 5 days a week. I spread that out even, just like a TV show. I'll watch TV 5 days a week, but I'm not watching wrestling every night.
Yeah, I like Walking Dead, but I'm not, well, I did like Walking Dead, but I'm not going to watch it 4 nights a week. My wife, hey, honey, tonight's Walking Dead night, Yeah, I wouldn't even do that with a bunch of sci-fi shows. Like if all the expected Marvel TV shows were on at once, I wouldn't go Monday's this and Tuesday's that. I didn't even do it with the Arrowverse when they had Flash, Legends, and Arrow all on different nights. I wish we had an alarm sound or a siren sound I could give you guys, because once Adam goes into the comic book fucking conversation, it is game over.
That's the sound you could have given me.
Oh, I could have done that.
But you get what I'm saying, though. I mean, you cannot saturate what you're doing, and if you really wanted to go head-to-head with AEW, then you should have stayed on Wednesdays, because now you've just left your audience on a Wednesday to go click over to the only option now for wrestling, and instead you're hoping they may choose one of the other nights to come to you.
But you are looking at it that one side. There's two sides.
No,
of this.
I'm saying there are.
No, I'm going to explain what I'm saying. Is you're saying that people aren't going to adjust their days to watch it, so AEW is going to reap all the rewards. And maybe that happens, right? But there's also that possibility that the 160 some odd thousand that watch NXT on Wednesdays are going to watch NXT. You know, that could also be the factor. It could be one of people are ambiguous creatures. Well, I mean, no, we're funny creatures, Fucking some might be like, Wednesdays are my wrestling night. I'm not changing. I guess I'm gonna watch AEW, even though I never have. I always watch NXT. I'm now gonna watch them AEW. I don't think that's gonna be the case.
Well, and they won't immediately gravitate to it because they won't have the connection to the character, so it will be tough to just jump on in 1 week.
And honestly, there are many people out there who watch wrestling as background noise. I'm in my kitchen doing something, I'm gonna put wrestling on the background. So maybe they can do it 4 or 5 nights a week. I can't do it. I
think Brian does it while he's editing.
He
just
probably
leaves all those other programs on.
Maybe he does.
Daniel Price says, sure she is. She's got the second most amount of stock behind Vince. He's referring to Stephanie. That's true. But you said the statement there, behind Vince. There's still a chance that Vince could take his and give to whomever.
First off,
could even give it to Linda.
First off, who is Trump's favorite child?
Donald
Ivanka.
Jr.?
No, Ivanka. The girl, Ivanka, his daughter. That is his favorite child. Who in Vince is basically a wrestling version of Trump. I don't give a shit. So who's his favorite going to be? It's going to be his daughter. Not only is it going to be his daughter, but it's going to be the one who's been with him continuously through the whole thing.
It's true,
where
but I mean,
Shane was like, so Shane will get some love. Shane will get 20%.
Shane left to start pot farms and raise his 3 kids.
I'm just saying he'll get 20% of Vince's ownership. Hunter will get 20%. And then she'll get fucking 60%, and it'll still make her the majority shareholder.
Anna Gundevice on the board says, "You're Trump's favorite child, Rob."
Oh, I wish. I wish I had his approval.
I wish I had his tax scores. If Stephanie takes over, we're in deeper trouble. Bus says.
Why?
That's not a babyface comment.
No, it's not a babyface comment. He made me snort. No, but why? I mean, why?
Here's the thing.
Do you not think that if she got control that Hunter is running creative?
Doesn't matter. She could run creative. One of the heydays that we always talk about, the Attitude Era and the ruthless aggression that followed, she was head writer for a lot of those periods. She was the one controlling storylines and a lot of other things. Did she book anything? Fuck no.
Yeah.
Did Vince change whatever he wanted? Of course he did. But she was one of those people back there that ran it. She was the one when they first did the brand split and supposedly Heyman had one show and Stephanie had the other.
Yeah.
They were the ones creatively going head-to-head. Hunter was still active. He had nothing to do with NXT and stuff.
And let's be clear. If you're like, well, Shane would do a great job. Well, no, point in case, Underground. I mean, just look at Underground. I mean, if you see Underground, you think, well, this is Shane's vision. Is that what you want? Is this what you want for wrestling? No, it's not what we want at all. Something new, something fresh.
I think Bus once again is forgetting he's a babyface. He says, of course, Steph is his favorite. He wrote a storyline about him wanting to have a baby with her.
I'm telling you. It's Trump Ivanka. It's Trump and Ivanka.
That right there, I forgot about that part. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right, Rob.
Yeah, I'll tell everybody real quick since we're talking about Stephanie. When I met Stephanie in TakeOver 20
I know where this is going.
In Connecticut, and I'm with one of Kiara's cousins named Sean, and she's a funny chick. And we meet Stephanie, and Stephanie gives us this hug, and Sean is not a wrestling fan, so she looks at me and she's like, I don't know who that woman was, but she just smelt like money. So if you ever want to know, Stephanie smells like money. So there you go. That's my whole story. You're welcome.
You're welcome.
Yeah, you're welcome for that. She was sweet, though. She was sweet.
So we don't really need to do awards. We only really talked about the one match. I'm interested in the fallout next week, but I do little petty. I do feel a little cheated that I don't have a new champion tonight, and that we only have 1 week to have a Cole and Finn program. Hopefully, this is not just the one thing going.
No, keep it simple, stupid. Come on.
But I'm saying that whoever wins, they have to continue this. We just talked about there's nobody lying in wait that we give a fuck now.
I don't need Cole and Finn jaw-jacking with each other for fucking 5 weeks to build up a match.
Okay.
I have exactly what I want here. 2 strong competitors who have a strong claim as being the greatest champion of NXT ever, fucking thrust into a position where they are forced to prove it. I think it's perfect.
And Rob and I we will submit our AEW predictions to Brian, should he choose to read them on the All Elite Hour. That usually comes out over the weekend, probably, I hope, before All Out. But, that depends on Brian's schedule.
Yeah.
We will be back here on Monday doing our normal show. But you can catch us if you want to see some all-out stuff from us. It's going to be on patreon.com/MOWP. Go there. There's 3 tiers. $5 gets you these pay-per-view reactions. Wait, do I have that right? Yes, I do. And then $10 will get you the mark-alongs and the pay-per-view reactions. And then $20 tier, that'll get you access to all of the content on there, plus a T-shirt of your choice from markedoutgear.com. Rob, can't you save more money at markedoutgear.com a different way?
You can save more money at markedoutgear.com. Absolutely. If you're if you're looking down at your computer right now as you're watching us on YouTube and your mouse, it's not quite moving right because the table just doesn't work for the laser, or if you still have the ball, which that would be weird because it's kind of dusty and irrelevant. But if you're looking down and you're like, this table doesn't work for my laser, what do you need? Classic fix. You need a mouse pad. If you're thinking, man, I love Adam Bomb, I'm in the A-Bomb Club, or what the fuck, the Bombaholics, or whatever the fuck the name is, you can go on markedoutgear.com.
It's the Bomb Squad.
The Bomb
Mr.
Squad.
Roadies.
The Bomb, yeah, that lasted. You can go on there and you can find an Adam Bomb mouse pad, and you could rub your laser all over his face. So you can do that, and then use the promo code marked out, one word, 10% off your order, the whole order. So if you bought more stuff, come on. 10%
What's
off.
in the box? What's in the fucking box?
You won't even know. You won't even know what we send you. It doesn't matter what you order. You won't know what we send you until you open the box. That is what it is. So
we should put that up there, actually. We should start selling a mystery box.
A mystery box?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll put some old toys in it and shit.
Yeah. And I'm serious. Make it cheap. $5. I have so many old toys from the 80s and shit we could throw in.
I'm not giving these motherfuckers my stuff.
Oh, I have Pez dispensers. I'm not giving them.
I got a dining room table. Who wants a dining room table?
On that note, again, support us if you can. We appreciate it. You can also tip us using the Cash App on. There's a little button or something on the bottom of the screen.
And there's also a Stream Lives link where you can just go into the video and click fucking donate.
Just help us.
Help us.
$1,
please.
$2.
In the arms of the angels.
No. We can't go there. I'm now just seeing sad animals.
Oh,
yeah,
right.
we can't talk about that. You just brought the whole room down.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Yeah.
How can we bring it back up?
We want the smoke. Talk to him.
All right,
that didn't help
all right, so thank you guys for joining us. I know this is an abbreviated version for the Dynamite and All Out prediction, or Dynamite reaction, All Out predictions. Tune into the All Elite Hour with Bionic Brian, and is Kyle and MJ still with him?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think they're still doing all 3, but they that schedule varies, but it's always Brian. I don't know what Rob is.
I'm saying 63 days till election.
Oh, okay. Yeah, go vote. All that jazz. Please help save us.
Help America.
Yeah.
Help America.
Yeah, we need something. No
gonna
more
vote?
divisive
Not now,
leader
Yeah.
who just wants to divide us further. Anyway, I don't want to get political here at the end. So
Bang, bang.
Tune in next time. Same smart time. Same smart channel.
I'll catch you on the flip side.
Marked Out Podcast is produced and edited by You Record Studios and is recorded live from Charlotte, North Carolina. Subscribe, follow, and listen to us live following WWE programming on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook Live. Download the podcast by following us at podbean.com or subscribe on iTunes and Apple Podcasts. While you're there, go ahead and give us an honest and fair review and rating. Finally, if you have enjoyed our product and would like to see us grow, please donate to us by visiting the donation link below our live video, or you can donate via Venmo and Cash App at the handle Ravepro. That's RAVEPRO.
You're listening to the Electronic Media Collective Podcast Network. Yeah, it's a mouthful. For more great shows, visit electronicmediacollective.com.